slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, alert 33.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Throwing, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On third down, Mayfield. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Hey, wahoo!
Now Flacco. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Play fake. Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Alert! 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 Hurry! Hurry!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Get in the weight room! Get in the weight room!
Mayfield to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And again, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield being chased out left. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Going to the air again with Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
180! Go! Go!
Mayfield with it once more. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to do. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken around the 12. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Like 80. 53. No gain on this defense. No gain.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Real.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Point it right. Run.
Check 53, run.
Run out, Brady.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Mayfield off the play fake, and the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this will remain a scoreless game. So awfully close that time, but his kick's going to come up short by about the length of the football.
Yeah, Brandon, he got a little help from the mile-high air, but that one just didn't quite get there.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
You must be
getting 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
20. Here we go.
Roger, 5-0.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. You remember me?
Hey, Delta.
Check. 53 is the mic.
3rd down, Flacco from the gun. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
Behind. Wayne.
53, Mike. All day, just like that. Just like that.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll run with Lindsey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Number 53, Mike 53. Bound to lose one. Mike 53. 53, Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Check. 20 right.
53's the mark.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
1 yard gain.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Finding Harris over the middle. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun. Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down. On second down, it's Lindsey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again with Lindsey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mike, let's go one more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. From the 45 on 2nd down, Flacco, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
I don't think you got it, son.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Undercross. Hey, Monday. Red.
53.
Now Flacco. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And a short return to the 6-yard line. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play that time out of Chubb. 44 yards on the ground. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Joker, 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 Joker. He's crashing. He's checking crack. King.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 10-yard line. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Here we go. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. You're not ready.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught in the end zone. So it goes for 2 points on the fake and gives them a lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Let's go.
God, Jeff, wait. 20.
53. Mike, 53. Switch up.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. A nice completion there by Joe Flacco, who's probably going to miss being able to play Cleveland twice a year. Gosh, in his 11 seasons as a starter in Baltimore, he was 17-3 against the Cleveland Browns, and now he'll try to get a victory in a Broncos uniform. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Flacco, they'll let this go. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking at it, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
53, check 53.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
20, 20, regular.
53. Not today, you are. Not today.
Gun.
Rush in. Mike, 53.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Get the quarterbacks.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check up. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Set, go.
Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check pass, check pass. Regular. 53, Mike. Watch the screen.
Operating out of the gun. Flacco looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Sutton. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Flacco now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Flacco on the give to Lindsey, and he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for.
There he goes, right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. Give him 69 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Let's go defense.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Whoa, Flacco's going to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his tight end, David Njoku, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Broncos, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on ESPN.